You sit at your desk. An email arrives or a meeting is scheduled. Your manager smiles. You are handed a new title: senior, director, lead. The responsibilities multiply instantly. The expectations double. Then you ask the standard operational question: what is the new compensation? The smile tightens. You are told about budget constraints. You are told this is a trial period, an opportunity to demonstrate leadership, a stepping stone. You leave the room with a longer email signature and the exact same paycheck. You experience a specific, quiet vertigo. It is a disorientation born of conflicting realities. You feel this vertigo because the map you were given does not match the territory you are standing on. The lie you were told is this: hard work and increased responsibility dictate upward mobility, and upward mobility is inexorably linked to financial reward. The truth is this: upward mobility without compensation is a structural algorithm designed to extract surplus value. Hard work does not guarantee wealth. Hard work guarantees more work. The dry promotion is not a temporary glitch in the corporate machine. It is the machine functioning exactly as engineered. To escape the trap, you must first dissect the mechanism. You must view the corporation not as a collection of people, but as an organism prioritizing its own survival. Do not attribute the dry promotion to the wickedness of your direct supervisor or a cartoonish corporate greed. That is a sentimental misdiagnosis. The event occurs because the system operates on a singular, cold imperative: the pursuit of stability and predictability. Corporations do not optimize for justice. They optimize for reduced friction. In this ecosystem, an employee who solves complex problems but causes operational friction is less valuable than an average employee who perfectly complies. Truthfulness creates friction. Pointing out structural flaws, demanding fair compensation, or refusing unpaid labor introduces variables into the system. Variables cost time, and time is capital. Conformity, conversely, is frictionless. Therefore, the system rewards those who do not cause problems over those who tell the truth. The dry promotion is the ultimate stress test of your compliance. When management offers you a title without capital, they are running a diagnostic on your psychology. Will you accept the ego gratification of a new label in exchange for free labor? If you accept the dry promotion and remain silent, you prove you are perfectly frictionless. You prove that your vanity is greater than your financial self-interest. The system records this data point. Once the system learns it can acquire your output for free, it will never pay for it again. You assumed the best way to move up was to become undeniable at your current job. You mastered the software, you streamlined the workflows, you handle the accounts flawlessly. You believe this extreme competence makes you next in line for a lucrative advancement. This is a critical, often fatal strategic miscalculation. By becoming exceptionally good at your specific job, you have built a cage out of your own utility. You have fallen into the competency trap. The corporate calculation is dispassionate. If you are generating massive efficiency in your current role, moving you out of that role is mathematically destructive to the organization. Replacing you costs capital. It requires recruiting costs, onboarding time, and the inevitable drop in productivity while a novice learns what you already know. Moving you is too costly. Your extreme competence is the exact mechanism anchoring you to your desk. The system rarely promotes the indispensable worker. The system promotes the moderately competent worker whose replacement cost is negligible. When you demand progression, the organization faces a dilemma. They cannot afford to lose your output in your current role, but they must placate your ambition. The solution is the dry promotion. They grant you the illusion of upward movement by expanding your title, while keeping your core responsibilities and your salary anchored firmly in place. You are punished for your efficiency. There is another reason you are contained rather than compensated. You have been there too long. You remember. You remember the failed restructuring of 3 years ago. You remember why the software integration was abandoned. You remember the exact reasons the new strategy being pitched by the newly hired vice president failed under the previous leadership. Institutional memory is a biological threat to a corporation that operates on continuous cycles of collective amnesia. Executive leadership thrives on this amnesia. New management arrives, wipes the slate clean, and implements initiatives to secure quick, optical victories. They require a blank canvas. Your memory introduces hard reality into a system running on projected optimism. When you sit in a meeting and state, "We tried this exact protocol 2 years ago and it resulted in a 4% loss," you believe you are protecting the company. You are not. You are sabotaging the executive narrative. You are an impediment to the illusion of progress. An employee who remembers past mistakes is fundamentally incompatible with a culture of enforced positivity. You become a liability. The organization cannot fire you easily as you hold too much operational knowledge, but they cannot empower you because you will block their preferred narratives. The dry promotion neutralizes you. It feeds your ego, assigns you a hollow leadership role, and isolates your influence. They manage you out of the critical path by giving you a title that commands no actual authority and zero additional capital. To survive, you must strip away the corporate gloss and learn to translate the operational lexicon. Human resources does not manage humans, it manages risk. The language they utilize is specifically engineered to mask financial extraction behind the rhetoric of community and personal growth. Consider the term cultural fit. You are told promotions depend heavily on it. Cultural fit has nothing to do with shared values. It is a metric of obedience. It measures your willingness to execute flawed directives without initiating conflict. It measures your capacity to absorb institutional stress without complaint. Consider the demand for good energy or passion. These are not emotional requirements, they are economic indicators. Passion translates to a willingness to work 55 hours a week while being paid for 40. It is a mandate for high output at a low cost. When HR or management presents a dry promotion, they deploy this exact vocabulary. They will frame the unpaid labor as an opportunity to step up. They will call it a chance to demonstrate your commitment to the culture. They will say they need someone with your energy to take ownership. Translate the data. What they are actually stating is, "We require executive-level output at a mid-level salary constraint. We are utilizing your desire for status as leverage to bypass standard market compensation." Once you translate the language, the emotional manipulation fails. You see the mechanics of the transaction. The vertigo stops when you stop expecting a machine to develop a conscience. The system will not reward you retroactively. It will not suddenly realize your worth and deposit back pay into your account. The system takes what you willingly concede. To escape the dry promotion trap, you must fundamentally alter your operational baseline. Do not refuse the title, but do not accept the narrative that accompanies it. Take the director or senior title. Update your resume that evening. Update your LinkedIn profile the next morning. The company gave you a dry promotion to extract free labor. You will use the dry promotion to extract market value elsewhere. Your resume is not a confession of your loyalty. It is a marketing document. You now have a higher tier title. Take it to the open market and let a competitor pay the salary that matches the rank. You cannot negotiate from a position of dependency. If you require the paycheck to survive the month, you have no leverage. The system senses financial desperation and exploits it. Build capital outside of the system. Lower your burn rate. The ability to look a manager in the eye and decline an unpaid expansion of duties requires the financial runway to walk away from the table. Silence and a willingness to leave are the only negotiating tactics the system understands. Corporate loyalty is a one-way street paved with unpaid overtime. The company is not your family. The company is a vendor. You are a business providing a highly specific service. They are the client providing capital. When the client demands double the service but refuses to increase the capital, the contract is breached. You do not argue with the client. You do not hope the client changes their mind. You limit your services to the exact letter of the current agreement, and you find a better client. The dry promotion is not a compliment. It is a financial calculation. Treat it as one. Analyze the data, accept the title, reject the unpaid labor, and immediately prepare your exit. The system is unfeeling. You must become exactly the same.